We're going to share. All right, welcome to Essential Oils and Facial Care. My name is Elisa Lazat, and I'm here with lots of my friends, and we're going to talk about how we have transitioned from a toxic-filled lifestyle using products that have lots of toxins in them, fragrance, anything that you can imagine loaded with them. And we've switched to using essential oils and incorporating them into our life. And we've had lots of success using them on our facial care. And we're going to share with you tonight. There's a couple of ladies in here that have some testimonies they're going to share with you. And we're covering everything from dark spots to wrinkles, to puffiness, talking about facial mask and everything in between. Okay, I'm going to pass off to Kathy McGinn, and she is going to kick us off for this class.
Thank you, Lisa. My name's Kathy McGinn, and we are excited to have you here. And I'm excited to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, and that is the skincare. You know, our skin is our largest organ, and it absorbs like a sponge. So everything that we come in contact, free radicals just going throughout our day-to-day business, is going to be absorbed, a small amount of that, but the products that we use is very important because a small amount of that is absorbed into our skin and absorbed into our body. Now, it's really important for us females, us ladies, because did you know that most of us put 300 to 500 chemicals on our body each and every day? And half of that we probably have applied before we ever walk out the door. So I want to talk for just a minute about those products and what they have in them. Most all of our personal care products have what is called petrochemicals. All of them do. And if you start looking and researching that, what you're going to find with petrochemicals is that they are very damaging to us over time. They cause hormone disruption, skin rashes, headaches. It damages our nervous system, all of those things. And if you take the products that you're using on a day-to-day basis, which is a lot of our skincare products and our makeup products and all of that, all of our personal care products, if you start to Google and research the ingredients in there, they're going to scare you, but guess what? Not all of those products are going to list, not all of those companies are going to list the ingredients due to a 1976 act that was passed that by law allows them, there was like over 3,000 chemicals that legally they don't even have to tell you about. Europe bans over 1,500 chemicals, and the US bans less than 10 in our personal care products. So we have to be the one to stand up, research, know what we're putting on our body. Another thing that I wanted to share with you tonight that goes way back was a government-funded survey, if you will, called the Human Adipose Tissue Survey. And in that, everyone that participated, they found petroleum-based chemicals in their fatty tissue, which went back to support and prove that the products that we're using, guys, stays into our system and is absorbed into our system. The good thing is that when you start researching the clean products, with Young Living, they are clean, toxic-free, and not only that, they work. I have spent hundreds of dollars on products prior to because I want to support my skin just like you. And it is important that we start with a good routine that we use every week to support your skin for sure, but we need to make sure that it doesn't have all those chemicals, because I had no idea that from before, when I was spending hundreds of dollars on products, that they were not good for me because they were loaded up with chemicals. They might have slightly felt like they were, doing some of the work that they promised me, but it wasn't good for me. The good news is that when I started with Young Living and using those products, not only did I feel better because I wasn't using all those toxins, but these products work. They deliver with amazing results. And so you're going to learn a lot of great recipes tonight, tried and true recipes. So you're going to want to get your pen and paper out. But the important thing is that do your homework, know that the personal products that we use on a day-to-day basis, that most of those products are not good for you. They have toxins that are absorbing into your body. So we're going to start this off with Miss Aubrey, who is going to give us a great testimony tonight.
Hi everyone, my name is Aubrey. I have been oiling for a little over 2 years. I got my starter kit in April of 2018, and I had pretty severe acne, and I literally, any product that you can go to like Target or anywhere and buy, I have probably tried it. I was trying everything, and so I was just desperate, and I was like, okay, you say this is going to work for me, I'll just try it. So I got my starter kit and I joined the Savvy group, and I was like researching in there, looking for different things. And at this point, I didn't start on Essential Rewards, so I only had my starter kit oils. And so I started out using peppermint. In our group, I found a girl was saying that she used peppermint when she would get breakout spots on her chin for like her time of the month and stuff like that. So I started using peppermint, and I will have to share some pictures either to our group or on the event page after this of like my skin progression pictures. But you guys, like, it's just amazing. Like, even my husband will still tell me, he's like, I just can't believe sometimes like how good your skin looks. And so I use peppermint. I still do this. I don't have to do it as often now because I'm not really trying to get rid of like any acne or anything really. I'm just like, I'll still get a little breakout here and there. So I just use this more now for like maintenance. And then I wash my face with the charcoal bar soap. So when I was first starting out, Young Living had just come out with the Orange Blossom facial care line, and so they had just come out with the charcoal bar soap. So I still use this. I wash my face with this, and I do peppermint. So if you can get your hands on both of these things, which peppermint comes in your starter kit, and you add the charcoal bar soap to your Essential Rewards order or your wish list, I would highly recommend that. And then, as Kathy was saying, it is so important to look at the other things in your home, because I also truly believe that switching out our cleaners and laundry detergents, and even just evaluating what kinds of like things I was drinking or eating or whatever, definitely also helped with that. But I still stick to the same simple skincare routine, and my skin is leaps and bounds. Like, so far I've come very far. And so yeah, that is my testimony. Very simple products, very simple steps, all the things. So I'm going to pass it off to Mary now.
Hello. Sure, I'm on. I'm Mary Underwood, and tonight I'm going to be discussing fine lines and wrinkles. I turned 50 this year in May, so fine lines and wrinkles have been on the forefront for me. And what I love about the Young Living product is that they're all natural, they're plant-based, and they're healthy. And I have a lot of friends that have also turned 50, and they're doing a lot of the fillers and the injections, and that's just not natural. And those toxins can, like Kathy was saying, can stay in your tissues, in your skin for years and years. And you talk about premature aging, it's just rapidly making you older and defeating the purpose of the fillers anyway. And to me, some of the people that I know are just getting more and more of the fillers, and they're looking more and more unnatural. So I love the idea that Young Living is plant-based and has the oils in them, and the oils are, some of them are ancient, been around a long time, and they're so healing. So what I like to do is I use the ART skincare system. I have combination skin. I have the T-zone oily and dry. And I like the ART system because it's for all skin care types and it's for all ages. And I can go without one of these products in my skincare regimen, like I'm out of the light moisturizer right now. So my skin just craves it. My skin will let me know I am missing the light moisturizer. And it's a 3-step process. Every morning I do the cleanser, the toner, and then the light moisturizer. Because I did turn 50, I wanted to up my game and bring in the big guns. And if you're just getting your starter kit, you can kind of just use the oils in the starter kit. But I'm going to tell you what I do. I use a serum that I make. And for 20 years now, I've used argan oil, the light argan oil. And I like Josie Moran. I get it off QVC. She, her products complement Young Living products very well because she does the glass amber bottles with the glass dropper. She believes in the cold press process. So she's a great base for me. So the light argan oil with 10 drops of sacred frankincense. If you don't have the sacred frankincense, you can add that to your wish list for later, but you can use the regular frankincense that comes in the starter kit. And lavender oil, I use 10 drops of the lavender and 10 drops of rose. And if you don't have the rose, that's okay. That's something else to put on your wish list. Just the frankincense and the lavender is enough. But what I noticed, because I am a nurse, and I saw with my own eyes in Augusta Burn Center when I was doing my clinicals there, they used on skin grafts pure lavender oil. And so lavender oil regenerates tissues, and it's just wonderful for melasma and a lot of different things. But lavender's great. And then sacred frankincense is like your frankincense on steroids. And y'all, I just watched this video the other day. If you don't have Gary Young's lecture series, this is him in his own words. One of the videos is devoted to the chemistry of the oils. And if you don't like chemistry or anything like that, you may, like a friend watched it with me and she went to sleep. But I'm a nurse, so I was into every molecule, every atomic particle, everything he broke down. I loved it. But his other CD on this lecture series is devoted strictly to the sacred frankincense. And Young Living members are so lucky that for 15 years, Gary Young did this research, 15 trips to Oman, working so hard to get us this product, this special blend of frankincense oil. And we're just really, really lucky to have it. So if you can watch that video, it will break down the process, and you'll just know that you'll appreciate this company so much more and this product so much more, and you'll realize what big guns it is in the healthcare. But also, don't forget your décolleté. That is one of the first places that women who age, you get to talk about fine lines and wrinkles, and I'm a side sleeper. So I will take the same 3 ingredients, the sacred frankincense, the rose, and the lavender, mix that in coconut oil, and do that before I go to bed, because hydrated skin is not wrinkled skin, and I firmly believe that. So I am so lucky to have Young Living in my life, and the ART system is power packed with the oils. Like the frankincense is in the ART system, the royal, the sacred royal Hawaiian sandalwood, Melissa is in this, just power packed. So anyway, I could go on forever about my skincare regime, but that's the basics of it, and I love it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kathy Bush.
Okay, thanks, Mary. Okay, so Mary and I have never met, but our facial serum is so similar. Mine has lavender, patchouli, and frankincense. So Mary, the next one I make, I'm going to use sacred frankincense. That's funny. I love it. And I used argan. I use argan oil, and I've been using that since 2016. I have my little recipe card. I always write on it. So this next time I'm going to change it up a bit with the argan oil. Okay, so and I wanted to talk about frankincense for dark circles, not just dark circles, but dark spots. So frankincense, it stimulates healthy skin rejuvenation. It helps skin elasticity. And the cellular regeneration, a couple of things I saw in a couple of spots, they compared it to retinol. Retinol is like, you know, in all the health care, it's supposed to be so great, but really it's not very good for us, and it dries our skin. So we have frankincense, which is natural and healthy and good for our skin, doesn't dry it out. So that's what I use for dark spots. I've just started the new Bloom, the brightening essence, and I'm really excited to see how this is going to do. I've been using it a couple of weeks, and I took a picture up close at the beginning a couple of weeks ago, and I took one this morning to see if there's any difference yet that I could share with y'all. So far I haven't seen it, but I have high hopes. I'm going to keep on using it. It feels good. It smells wonderful. I like this. So that is my serum and frankincense. I think we should be using frankincense every day. It's good for our skin. It's good for our cells. It's really good for us. All right, I am going to pass this on to Lisa.
Hi guys, I am talking about puffiness, and sometimes for whatever reason throughout, you know, maybe different times of the month, or you know, as we age or whatever it is, we experience puffiness, and sometimes it's even like allergy related. So I'm going to talk about some oils that are great for puffiness, as well as something that you probably already know about, and you probably already have in your kitchen cabinet that you can use for your puffiness as well. And most of the time we have puffiness underneath our eyes. So first of all, I'm going to talk about sleep. You got to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Okay, so probably 6 to 8 hours is probably the bare minimum that you need for sleep. I notice when I don't get enough sleep, I wake up and my eyes are all puffy underneath. And so you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. You also want to make sure that you are hydrating well. So eating lots of fruits and vegetables, drinking lots of water. You want to hydrate your skin from the inside out, okay? We can do all the lotions we want, but our skin will still dry out if we do not hydrate from the inside out. Something else that I want to talk about that nobody has talked about yet is antioxidants. Antioxidants are so important to youthful looking skin. And one antioxidant that I try to drink on a daily basis is Ninja Red. This drink has the highest amount of antioxidants than any other food in the world, okay? It contains the Ninja Wolfberry, and you can do some research on that. I've actually heard of people taking the Ninja Red and actually applying it directly to their face, and just like leaving it on there for a couple of minutes and then washing it off, okay? So antioxidants, you want to consume antioxidants because if your cells are oxidizing, meaning they're breaking down, you can think of like a tomato sitting on your counter or a banana sitting on your counter. As it is exposed to the elements, it's going to start deteriorating and start to break down. Well, that's what happens to your cells inside your body because they're exposed to toxic chemicals, they're exposed to pollution, cigarette smoke, alcohol, you name it, anything that's bad for us, we've been exposed to, is going to start breaking down our cells. So we need to fill ourselves up with lots of antioxidants. And if our cells are breaking down on the inside, it is going to show on the outside. So we're going to have more wrinkles, we're going to have, you know, puffiness and the bagginess underneath our eyes. You can see somebody, and I'm not judging or anything, but somebody who has been a smoker their entire life, they might be young. They might be like 40 or 50 years old. If you look at their skin, they're typically more wrinkled. Their skin looks more leather-like, and it's because they've exposed themselves to all of the toxins that are in cigarettes, and their cells are breaking down from the inside, and it's looking that way on the outside. So just think about that when you are eating your foods. Make sure you're consuming lots of antioxidant foods. All right, so back to puffiness. Oils that are great for puffiness. First off is you can take tea bags and soak them in water. I would do probably cool water. Soak them in water, maybe even like kind of icy cold water, and then pull them out, kind of press them a little bit, and then put like a drop or two of frankincense on them. Frankincense is going to oxygenate your eyes, and so you can put that right on top of your eyes. Make sure that you squeeze, kind of massage it into the tea bags so it doesn't get right on your eyes and burn them. Another thing that's great for your puffiness is Valor. That comes in the starter kit. So both frankincense and Valor come in the starter kit, and you can add those to tea bags, put them right on top of your eyes to help with that puffiness. Another oil that is not in your kit that I would put on my wish list, girls, you all need a wish list, and it's cypress. Cypress is great for blood flow and increasing circulation. So if you ever have any kind of inflammation and puffiness, it's more than likely the blood is not flowing in that area, okay? It needs a little bit of extra attention, okay? So cypress is going to really help the blood flow through that area and resolve some of that puffiness that you're experiencing. Okay, I'm going to pass it off to Kathy McGinn, and she's going to talk about some different serums that you can make with your oils.
Thank you, Lisa. So she went over, I was going to talk about the Ninja Red for the the antioxidants, so that was great. I don't have to go back over that. So I just want to reiterate what she just said. It is amazing for our skin health. We don't normally think of it like that, but it is loaded full of antioxidants. And like Lisa said, it is critical in our skincare that we get plenty of the oxidation of our skin, but also drinking lots and lots of water. Like Mary said, hydrated skin is not wrinkled skin. So that is so important. So I'm not going to go back over that. So those girls did a good job of covering that. I'm going to talk about two serums. But before I do, one thing that I want to mention, because I get asked this all the time, when I'm making my serum, everyone says, how do you know which carrier oil to put with your serum? And I usually just kind of break that down. I never use coconut oil for my filler for anything to do with my facial area. So you're going to want to use almond oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. Those are three wonderful oils to mix when you're making a serum for your face. If you have if you're trying to reverse maybe some sun damage, improve your complexion, if you have maybe some scarring that you're trying to soften, reduce puffiness, almond oil is a go-to oil for that. So when I do a lot of my serums, I do use almond oil in there. Jojoba oil is also another really great one. It's very moisturizing. That one is an antioxidant process, antibacterial. It also promotes collagen, so that's a really important one as we start aging to put in there. And it doesn't break you out. So that might be something really great if you're acne prone, because it's not going to aggravate that. And then grapeseed oil treats acne prone skin, so that would be a good one for you. It's an omega-6 fatty acid, and it helps to tone and tighten skin. So I just kind of wanted to break that down, but those three are my favorites to use in any kind of serums that I make because of the properties that are in that. Combined with your oils, you're going to get amazing results. Now, the first one that I want to talk about tonight is for your eye serum. So if you have your starter kit, frankincense and lavender is the go-to. for that. That's all I started with when I first got started with my kit was frankincense and lavender. I put jojoba oil in there. I put about 10 to 15 drops of each into my roller bottle and then fill the rest up with jojoba oil, put a roller top on it, and do a figure 8 around your eyes and up underneath there. Now, if you are 35 plus, then you might want to put on your wish list. It's called the Dry Serum by Young Living, because as we age, the area underneath our eyes get really thin and most likely a little drier as we progress in age. And the Dry Serum has all of those fantastic oils already in it. It's going to have, and it might be under the Beauty Essential Serum, and then it'll have Dry Out beside it. It's very inexpensive. It's like $21, something like that. But this oil is amazing. It has cedarwood already in it, has rosehip in it, has lavender in it, myrrh, Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, clove, all of those things are in it. And it improves and hydrates the skin under there. I get this in, I will take a bottle and divide it into 2 bottles, and then I will add to this frankincense, because like you've heard before, it carries oxygen to our cells. And I'm going to add cypress to it because, again, cypress helps to improve our circulation, and we want that in that area to help with those under eye circles and, like Lisa said, the puffiness or bagginess that you might have there. So I'm going to buy this beauty serum and divide it into 2. Now this is for drier skin, so if you don't have that problem, this might not be for you yet. But if you do have a little bit of dry underneath the eyes, it will be perfect for you. All right, so the second one that I want to talk about that is amazing is the Glow Serum. Now this, I usually make a big bottle of this. You can see it's not too much more time before I'm going to have to make me another one. And this one has 8 drops of blue tansy, and you're going to have about 20 drops of frankincense. And now this bottle is bigger, so I double my batch, but this is for a 2-ounce bottle. 8 drops of blue tansy, 20 drops of frankincense. You could even use elemi, which is like a cheaper version of the frankincense if you want to. So if you're looking at budget, they basically can do the same thing. So I would go with the elemi. And then you're going to fill the rest up with jojoba oil or grapeseed oil or whatever for your choice. Now, the cool thing about this one, it is amazing, amazing for your skin. So the blue tansy that we keep talking about, like when Lisa talked about Valor, that blue tansy is in Valor, and it is incredibly supportive to the skin. And there again, oxygenates our skin, has the antioxidants to it. And like we've heard before, Mary has already mentioned this, but when I put this on, I put it all over my face, but then I also bring it down through the neck and the chest area. So those are 2 great recipes that you might want to put on your wish list. And the last thing that I personally want to talk about is just having a consistent routine, because that is very, very important. We have some amazing products. I know I used to use the Art Trio like Mary has mentioned. I am now using the Bloom Trio that they have. It is absolutely amazing for your skin. But the important thing is that you create a routine. So you always want to cleanse your face every morning and every night, because we are constantly shedding. Our dead cells are shedding off. And so you want to cleanse that off. In your toner, you want to bring that pH back to balance on your skin. And then we always have to moisturize, because like Mary said, keeping it hydrated is very, very critical. Now we want to do that every single day. And I usually recommend that you exfoliate, do some type of exfoliation at least once a week, if not twice a week. I try to do it 2 times a week because you need to get all of that dead skin cell off and bring that blood circulation to the surface, and really use these oils to enhance that moment, and then a mask at least once a week. If you do this consistently, I promise you within a few weeks, with the use of the right products and you adding these essential oils to your routine, you are going to see a difference. I have seen a huge difference. I used to spend hundreds of dollars before Young Living on skincare products, hoping and praying that I could see a slight change. And unfortunately, you might see a little change, but they had a lot of chemicals in them, so they were not good for me. Now I don't have to worry about that. And so you've got a good lineup of products that actually work. So I'm truly excited. So I hope y'all give those a try, but create your system. All right, Miss Lisa, you're up.
I'm actually going to pass it off to Laura.
Oh, okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura and I'm going to be talking about antioxidants actually, just like Lisa when she started. So yes, Ningxia Red is amazing. It tastes a little weird, but there's a lot of cool recipes that you can try so that it doesn't taste weird to you if you have particular taste buds like I do. Anyway, so antioxidants are supposed to fight free radicals, just like Lisa said before. And so what that does is that it helps help your skin, like allow it to repair itself. Our cells are constantly trying to repair themselves, but if we kind of like block that process by doing, buying things like, Clean and Clear from Target, we are stopping that process from happening, and so we don't allow our skin to heal itself. So I didn't really know any of this up until like maybe the beginning of this year, even though I've been oiling for a while. But once I learned, I was like, okay, I need to get started on it and jump on the wagon and see if it works for me. I went from, having to use foundation, I always forget the name. When you like shave your face a certain way, you contour your face. I went from doing all that stuff every single morning before I left the house to now walking out the house with just filling in my eyebrows, because of how amazing antioxidants have been for my skin. I went from having a lot of acne scars, like left over from when I was younger, to now barely having anything on my skin, and my skin just being healthy and not puffy and glowing and all that. And I have to thank frankincense, longevity, and lavender for that. So every single morning, I use jojoba oil with frankincense and lavender on my face. I use witch hazel as a toner, and then at night, I use jojoba oil with longevity and lavender. The reason why I don't use longevity in the morning is because longevity has other plants in it that are sensitive to light, and you do not want to put things that are sensitive to light in your skin in the morning because you're going to be out and about all day, or at least exposed to the sun at some point. You do not want to expose them to the sun. So don't use longevity in the morning if you're going to use longevity in your face. Also, don't use it without a carrier oil because it is a hot oil. Like if you exfoliate your face before you put longevity on your face, it will burn. But it's just because your skin is absorbing it really fast. But the discomfort definitely doesn't put a damper on how amazing your skin is going to look after. Anyway, so longevity is actually one of those oils that's really, really high in antioxidants. So it will definitely help with your skin right away. Like I said, my acne scars are practically gone. My skin started glowing. I don't have to wear makeup as much, like barely any at this point. And it's all thanks to longevity and lavender, and then frankincense as well. And then also we talked about exfoliating your face. And so I made like a little scrub that I use on my face with baking soda, but I also added Melrose and lavender into it. What that does is that, it adds antioxidants to your skin, but also it helps with inflammation. Inflammation will make your face puffy, will make your pores humongous, and then that's all you can focus on when you look at your face. So using things like that will, one, get rid of your dead skin, and then also help with the puffiness and all that, and give you a lot of antioxidants, which are helping your skin regenerate. I'm going to pass it off to Chelsea.
Okay, you can hear me. Awesome. So I feel like I've been just sitting and listening the whole class because I feel like there's so much to learn. And I think I need to remind myself that it's good to start small and to just focus in small areas because there's so much to take in and there's so many things you could do. And just remembering that everybody's regimen that has helped him can help you, but you have to have specifically what works for your skin too. So that's why I think always trying something new and something that's plant-based is safe. So I just wanted to free that up in your mind if you're anyone like me who's just like, oh my gosh, this is so much information, there's so much to learn. And one thing that I personally been learning, because I don't have clear skin by all means, like I definitely get breakouts still often, and that's just because I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. Like I get mine like more so like on the sides of my face and like under my neck. And so what I've been learning lately though is if my gut isn't healthy, then a lot of my organs and the systems in my body aren't functioning at the best that it could be. Because our gut influences a ton of things in our body. So I don't know if you've learned too much about the gut or gut health or whatever. It can sound boring, but it's actually quite intricate and really fun to learn about. So I've been taking a probiotic and eating a lot more like fermented foods because that supports your gut. It allows for good bacteria to be released into your body. And it's an inward thing that's working. And I love talking about inward things that cause outward results. And often whenever my skin is breaking out, I know that there's something inwardly going on because I know that I use great skincare products and that I use great oils and that I use like, good things on my body. So figuring out, are there foods that you're intolerant to that you can continuously eat because maybe you're not having an allergic reaction, but you are getting, more flare-ups around dairy or gluten or whatever it may be, just kind of like surveying your body. So one thing that I've done in the past is done like a food log of like how I feel around certain foods. And I've seen that I'm puffier in the mornings after I've eaten a lot of like salt heavy foods at night. Like if I'm eating like a ton of tacos with like tons of seasoning on it and like I feel super bloated, but I love the taste of it. I mean, come on, like sometimes you just gotta let yourself just enjoy it. But it's just good to like always be surveying yourself, surveying your body, surveying like how you feel. And again, acne, I know a lot of us are probably on here because we want to learn about acne and we want to learn about, for us, I don't know if like a lot of older people struggle with acne still, but like it's just been something that has been ongoing, I think, since my teenage years in some form of another, whether it's flare-ups during my period or flare-ups like, because I'm stressed. So taking all those things into account and supporting your body, making sure that you're getting like supplements in the areas where that you're not eating enough greens or you don't have a great diet, just being able to supplement your body with better things and trying to be better in those areas because we were giving a body to be able to function at our fullest and our best capacity. And so I loved hearing in this class, learning all the things. Who am I passing it off to, Lisa?
Me. All right. Thank y'all so much for sharing all of your testimonies as well as your routines and regimens. And like Chelsea said, it can all feel overwhelming because there's so many products out there on the market that are geared directly, specifically for facial care. So if you're just starting out, start with the starter kit. It comes with 12 oils, and whoever the person is that helps you get started, she's going to help you tell you some of the oils that you can use immediately out of that starter kit to help your facial care, okay? So just start small and start with the starter kit first, okay? I'm going to cover a facial mask that I like to do. Sorry, mom life, got the snap going on. And I'm going to cover, there's tons of facial masks, tons of facial recipes that you can do, but I'm going to do one that's super simple. and it involves three ingredients. So bentonite clay. You can probably find that at your local pharmacy, or you can order it on Amazon. I feel like you can get everything on Amazon. But if you can't, you can also probably find it at your local health food store. Okay, bentonite clay. You're going to take a tablespoon of that and put it in a bowl. And then you're going to use apple cider vinegar. Now, if you are, you're just like, I don't know, I want to try it without the apple cider vinegar, try it with water first. It's going to be fine. It's not going to have the same benefits as the apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to go over why those two ingredients in just a minute. So you do equal parts bentonite clay. So a tablespoon of bentonite clay, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, mix it together. And then you're going to add about 2 drops of lavender or frankincense, or one of the other oils that we've all talked about, the Valor. Start with your starter kit oils, girls. Don't get overwhelmed because there's over 600 products in Young Living, and just start with what you have on hand, okay? So then you're gonna take that, and then if you're gonna just paint it on your face, let it dry completely for about 20 minutes, and then simply wash it off. This is a great mask for moisturizing. Your face is going to feel so moisturized after that mask, but it's also going to start pulling out toxins that may be underneath the skin, in your body. All right, so let me go over why this mask. Okay, it helps to fight acne. It helps to balance your complexion, reduce dark spots, rejuvenate your skin, helps to balance oily skin, detoxes, and helps to, it gives an intense cleanse, okay? So benefits of bentonite clay specifically, it helps with, you can ingest it, so it can help with your digestive system, but it also helps to moisturize your skin. It helps to your skin to absorb nutrients better. So you're putting it on your skin, and it provides lots of good nutrients for your skin, moisturizing as well. Okay. The benefits of apple cider vinegar specifically, it helps to balance the skin's pH level. Okay. It helps to exfoliate the skin. It helps to lighten hyperpigmentation. Okay. So if you have an uneven pigmentation in your skin, then apple cider vinegar is going to be very, very beneficial. It helps to stimulate circulation. We talked about circulation, getting all the blood flowing to that area in your skin, okay? And it also, again, helps to fight acne, okay? So one thing that I also want to talk about is why you are, and we're going to go back to what Chelsea was talking about, the acne, because we have a lot of girls on our class live right now that are younger. They're probably like, I have acne problems. And remember, Chelsea said it's an outward sign of an inward problem. Okay, so after this class, I want you to go to your phone and type in facial mapping, okay? And you are going to see a picture. Go to your Google Images, and you're going to see a picture of different spots where acne is prone to appear, and why it appears in those different areas. Okay, so under here, it's typically because your hormones. Up here, it's your stomach and your bladder. Right here, it's your heart. Right here, it's your lungs and your kidneys. So if you are having allergy issues, it's typically right here in your cheeks. Okay, all right, so that's a really cool thing to look at. All right, so let's go back to taking care of yourself, and then in turn, it'll take care of your body, okay? So I love everything that everybody has mentioned. Chelsea's covered gut health. We've talked about antioxidants. So we want to make sure that you are not only living, introducing these oils and these products to your life, but you're also eliminating them. And something that I love about Young Living is the mentorship that comes with this, because old habits die hard. And sometimes you just need that gal pal to be like, girl, are you getting the toxins out of your house? Okay, so you definitely want to start with the starter kit. That is like the first step. Then you're going to think about the toxins that you're being exposed to, your cleaners, your plugins, all the fragrances, okay? Your hormones, you want to address your hormones because all of those chemicals are going to mess up your hormones. And hormones are, you know, if they're messed up, typically we have, you know, issues with our face. Okay. So you definitely want to start with the starter kit. Get with somebody who tagged you on this call, who brought you to this class, and she's going to help you get a starter kit that is specifically for you. There's lots of different options, and we definitely want to help you get started. Okay, we're going to hop off the Facebook Live and chat with our girls that are live. If you're on Facebook, we will see you later. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments. All right, girls. I'm going to stop recording as well.